Today we will discuss Tomi Lauren's interesting opinion on the many strange and not so strange things that have been happening in our country. Let's get to the bottom of it together.
Make your pitch. Why President Trump?
To me, it's very simple. Promises made, promises kept. This president, before coronavirus, before this pandemic that has been ravaging not only our country, but the world, before that was brought on in February, in March, this president had a booming economy, picked up the shambles of 8 years of Obama-Biden and rebuilt this economy. We were thriving. Confidence was up. We had lowest unemployment, historically low unemployment for so many groups, including African-American women. Employment numbers were fantastic. We also had a president that was able to work on securing our border, that had apprehensions down, that actually got Mexico to work with the United States and work with Border Patrol to control the issue at the border. I know we're going to talk about immigration later, but Alex, you know that's a huge one for me. Our president makes promises, he keeps them. And I think that is why the left hates him so much, is because he says what he's going to do. He is not a politician. He has been doing this for 4, maybe 5 years, whereas Joe Biden has had nearly 50 years in public service and not much to show for it, not many gleaming accomplishments on the left. But
you know, it's obvious to me, too. Trump is going to win this race. DeSantis isn't a bad candidate either, but Trump has outplayed him. The elderly Biden has been in power for many years and can't boast what Trump has done in his years in office.
Brian, my guess is you're not so confident in that. What's your pitch on why Biden?
Yeah, look, my answer is twofold here. The first is that we need to get Donald Trump out of office. He is a clear and present danger to the American people. This is a president who's overseen the deaths of 220,000 Americans, 8% unemployment, 11 million jobs lost in the last few months. He has emboldened white nationalists. He's destroyed our country's institutions. He's destroyed our alliances. He's legitimized dictators. He has pilfered the American taxpayer while enriching himself and his family. He is a malignant narcissist who's placed his own ego above the health and safety of the American people. But with that said, I understand that it's not enough to vote against Trump. So here's why I'm voting for Joe Biden. He will defer to science to get this virus under control. He understands that climate change is an existential threat. He realizes that more people need health care, not less.
Okay, stop. This is stupid guy obviously didn't know what he was talking about at the time. Old and sick, Joe can't move without squeaking. He's relying on science? Where's that? He relies on the hundreds of thousands of migrants he let into our country and started giving them our money to then vote for him. He destroyed our economy and made the dollar unsustainable. He's the one who got us into the wars we sponsor. Is that the best kind of president?
well, I say, which Democrats are quick to forget or just are blissfully ignorant on, is that this president closed down travel from China when the Democrats were still, by the way, trying to impeach him on their second or third witch hunt. I'm not sure, we've lost count at this point. But this president shut down travel from China where it was encapsulated in Wuhan. And Joe Biden called him racist and xenophobic for doing so. And so did a slew of other Democrats, if not the majority of Democrats. This president took swift action back when Nancy Pelosi and friends were still just obsessed with getting him out of office. They still haven't accepted the election of 2016. But this president has also shown through his own experience with coronavirus that if you do take it seriously, if you do at 74 years of age, if you do get medical attention, most people are able to beat it. He does not lead with fear, he leads with optimism. And to blame the deaths of 200,000 people when it came from China on this president is not only completely inappropriate, but ridiculous.
I'll agree with Tomi and say as much for myself. We need to rely on optimism and not panic. Biden's problem is that he's an old and unstable man. He gets hysterical when things go wrong. He can swear in meetings and start saying hello to the air. That's what I call a president. Do you agree with me? Write your opinion in the comments and do not forget to watch other shocking news on the channel.